Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, and I'm going to lead you through a 60-minute basic flow class. Today, we'll be starting off on our back. Before we get started, if you do think that you might find some props useful to you, those are always welcome to have nearby a block or something similar, perhaps some heavy books or just something to give your body a little bit of extra stability. A pillow, if you happen to have a yoga bolster, that also might be useful. We will be doing a little bit of balance work today. This is where a block can come in handy, but also if you have a wall somewhere nearby, that can also be a useful prop for you to give you some extra stability. If you don't have a wall nearby, but do have a sturdy chair, that is also a great option. So as you're ready, come down onto your back. Once on your back, just decide how you want to set yourself up to begin. If you have lower back issues, you might want to have your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. If you find stretching your legs out long along the floor in front of you to be a good place for your body, that is also welcome. The important thing is that your spine is long. You feel your lower back feels good. And then your upper back and shoulders are flat to the floor. So you might want to give those a little bit of adjustment, create an easy stretch across your chest. Bring yourself to some stillness. Take a deep breath in. A nice full exhale out. If you'd like to close your eyes, feel free to do that. As you start to tune your awareness inside to your breath. Start to take some long, slow, deep inhales and exhales, filling and emptying your lungs completely. With each exhale, letting any tension, any tightness, anything you brought with you today that you'd like to let go of, to release and to flow away from your body. Start to scan through your body, checking in with how everything is feeling today. If you notice there's some areas that need a little extra attention, be sure to make note of those, to take care of those as you move through your practice. You can modify postures, you can skip postures if they are not serving you, your body, and practice today. And start to find a rhythm in your breath, one that is slow and steady, controlled, complete. When we begin to add movement to the body, sometimes this rhythm can become a little bit choppy, and that's pretty normal at first. But if you really find yourself losing control of your breath, or even holding your breath, this might be an indication that you could take a little break. You can have a seat, you can come here to your back, you can come into child's pose. Try to find a place in your body where you can come back to smoothing out the breath. Being aware and in control of each inhale and each exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And on your next inhale, if they're not already, stretch your legs out in front of you. Extend your arms back behind you. Give yourself a full body stretch. Reaching through your fingers, reaching through your toes. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Hold the right shin and hug it into the body. If keeping the left leg extended along the floor isn't quite right for your lower back, you can always rebend that left knee and place it flat on the floor. Hug the right thigh in a little bit deeper. Start to roll out the ankle a couple of times one way. And then reverse. And then bringing the foot to stillness, keep the right knee bent, place the right foot on the floor. If possible, and if the left knee is bent, if you can, go ahead and extend that left leg forward along the floor. Everyone flex the right foot, pulling the toes back to the nose. Now take the right knee and let the right knee drop open to the right, bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. So we're coming into a reclining tree pose. We'll be revisiting this posture in a balanced position, standing on one leg a little bit later on in the class. Then if you can, bring your hands to your front hip bones and see if you can bring those hip bones to level. There's a good chance you're going to be dropping off into the right. See if you can bring some energy to the left side of your body. So maybe a little bit of squeezing action to the left belly. Keeping the left foot flexed, pulling toes to the nose is going to activate the left leg muscles and a little bit of the left glute. So just taking a moment here, try to have both shoulders evenly pressed into the earth and breathe as the right hip opens and you find a sense of balance between the hips. Take a breath in. On the exhale, right hand to outer right knee, gently bring the right knee back up to the sky. Extend the leg, extend the arms. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, bring the left knee into your chest. Hold the shin, hug it into the body. Once again, right leg can extend or right knee can be bent and foot on the floor. Either way, hug the left thigh in a little bit deeper. Start to roll through the left ankle. A couple of times, one direction, and then reverse. Then bringing the foot to stillness, take the left foot, keeping the left knee bent, place the left foot on the floor. Once again, try to have your right leg extended along the floor, flex the right foot, pull the toes to the nose. Keep the left knee bent and let the left knee drop open to the left, bringing the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh, coming into this reclining tree. Hands come to the front of the hips, and once again, see if you can create a sense of balance across the hips. So there's a good chance your left knee does not get to the floor. If you notice the knee is pointing way up to the sky and you're creating a lot of tension, you can always stick a block, a pillow, or a bolster underneath the outside of the left knee to give that a little bit of support. So again, a couple breaths here as you try to find a sense of balance across the hips, across the shoulders. Right leg is activated, toes pull to nose. Feel some work happening through the right leg, all the way up to the glute. Breathe. Good. Take your left hand to the outside of your left knee. Bring your left knee back up, and then find one more full body stretch. Legs out in front of you, arms back behind you. Inhale, stretch. On the exhale, now bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. If it feels good, rock a little side to side. Massage your back into the floor. One more rock side to side. Then bring yourself back to center. If it feels okay, rock and roll up to sit, or just simply roll to one side and bring yourself up. Meet in a tabletop position. So coming to your hands and your knees, stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Wrist creases parallel. Press down firmly through the ball mounts of the first two fingers and thumb, pushing the floor away, activating the arms to the shoulders. If your elbows go into hyperextension, put a little micro bend there to give that joint some support. We'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow bidalasana to bring flexion and extension into the spine and wake up the back muscles. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, drop the tailbone to the floor, arch your spine up to the sky, and release the back of the neck, crown of the head relaxing towards your thumbs. Inhale, lift the tail, drop the belly. Draw the shoulders back, chest forward, eyes forward. Make sure your arms are strong, pushing the floor away. Exhale to round it out. Draw the navel to the spine, heart lifting between shoulder blades, back of the neck relaxing. Inhale, lift the tail, shoulders moving back, heart moving forward, super strong arms. Keep moving in time with your breath. The exhales rounding the spine into cat. The inhales opening the front body into cow. So connecting breath and movement, matching up with your inhales and your exhales. Your breath may not match my breath, that's okay. Just find some mobility through the back muscles, loosening up the spine, moving in time with your breath. Do one more round. And when you complete your last round, send your hips back to your heels as we come into child's pose. To make it slightly easier on the hips, open the knees a little bit wide, bring your big toes to touch. If this does not feel good for your knees, you do not need to do it. If possible, stretch your arms out along the floor in front of you and melt your chest, your forehead down. We're going to take a little side stretching in our child's pose. So with an inhale, reach out through your fingertips, and on the exhale, walk your hands over to the right and pull your hips back over to the left. So stretching out the left side of the body, breathing deep into the length and space you're creating in the waist and between each rib. Good. Walk your hands to center. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, walk your hands over to the left and shift your hips a little bit to the right. Draw the right hip back, reach out through the right fingertips, relax the head down, and breathe some space into the right side body. Good. Walk your hands to center. Inhale, lengthen. Keep the length. Exhale, sinking the hips back down towards the heels. Good. Once again, rise up and find that tabletop position once again. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, wrist creases parallel, strong arms. Extend the right leg back and then lift the right leg up hip height. Keep the foot flexed, kneecap and toes point to the ground. Eyes down at the ground. Find one point of focus for your eyes. This is really helpful with your balance. Pull the navel to the spine so the belly is engaged. Reach out through the right heel. Now you're welcome to stay, or you can extend the left arm forward, shoulder height. Finding balance, noticing all of the little muscles in your body that need to work to make this happen. Excellent. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, return the left hand to the floor if it's lifted. Now, if possible, keeping the right leg lifted, take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring the right knee up towards the right shoulder. Push equally into both hands. We're going to add some movement to wake up the hip. So inhale, extend the right leg back. Exhale, right knee, right shoulder. Think wide, think high. One more time. Inhale, extend the right leg back. Exhale, right knee, right shoulder. Good. Inhale, extend the right leg back. Exhale, bring the knee back to the floor. Sink the hips back towards the heels, a mini child's pose. Take weight off of the wrists. And if it feels good, maybe just rock the hips a little side to side. Maybe start to notice a little bit of work that you just did in that right hip. Good. One more rock side to side. And then come back into your tabletop position. Once again, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Wrist creases parallel, strong and engaged arms. Extend the left leg back and lift the left leg up hip height. Keep the foot flexed, toes pointing to the ground. Pull the navel to the spine. Find that one point of focus straight down at the ground. This will help with balance. You can stay, or you can extend the right arm forward, shoulder height. Reach through the fingertips, extend through the heel, pull the belly in and up. Notice all of the work that your body does to find some balance. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, if the hand is lifted, return the wrist under the shoulder. Keep pushing the floor away. Weight even between the hands. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left knee towards the left shoulder. Weight even across the hands here. Belly firm. Keep it wide and high. We're trying to wake up that left hip. Inhale. Extend the left leg straight back. Exhale. Left knee, left shoulder. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Good. Inhale, extend. And as you exhale, release. Shift the hips back into a mini child's pose. And once again, if it feels good, wiggle it side to side. And maybe check in with that left hip, noticing what you feel there. Good. One more little wag side to side. And then bring your shoulders back over your wrists. Walk the hands forward, one hand print. So the heels of the hands are now where your fingertips were. Hands are shoulder distance apart, fingers lightly spread. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift your knees off the floor. And as you exhale, pull your hips up and back so your ears are in line with your upper arms as we come into downward facing dog. Hands are planted, spine is lengthening, hips are lifting way up and back. Look back between your feet so your neck is nice and relaxed. And I invite you to add a little bit of movement here to wake up the legs, the knees, the ankles, the toes. So start to pedal it out, bending one knee and then the other. Walking in place, get rid of any little snap, crackles, and pops that might be in your joints. Notice how your calf muscles and your hamstrings feel here. Breathe. Good. One more round of walking it out. And then bring yourself to some stillness. You can do downward facing dog with straight legs. You can do downward facing dog with bent knees. It just depends on how your hamstrings feel today. The most important thing is that you're lengthening your spine. Nice, everybody. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then with an inhale, pick up both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and take a stroll to the top of your mat. We'll meet in a standing forward fold.
So bringing your feet into a parallel position, the feet can be hips distance apart, the feet can be together, they can be anywhere in between. Put a bend in your knees, firm the abdomen, squeezing navel to spine, and let the spine, neck, and crown relax towards the ground. We're here for a couple of breaths. Maybe slowly nod the head, yes and no. Maybe sway a little side to side. Maybe stay still, but as you're here and breathing, notice how your lower back feels. Notice how your hamstrings feel. If there's any tension, tightness, or injury in those spots in the body, it's very important that you take a bent knee in any forward fold. And everyone, make sure the abdominal muscles are contracted, giving the lower back stability and support. If you added movement into your forward fold, begin to bring yourself back into stillness. Then root down firmly with your feet. And with an inhale, rise up, big circle of the arms to the sky. Bring your palms together. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to start to build our first flow. So make sure you're standing tall at the top of your mat with plenty of space back behind you. With an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, fold forward, squeezing the abdomen, bending the knees, letting the spine and head relax down, fingertips come down. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, half lift, shoulders back, chest forward, glance forward. As you exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor. Keep your right foot forward. Step your left foot back into a lunge. So as you step back, you want the back leg to be straight, the right knee to be stacked over the ankle, the feet separated about hips distance apart. Up onto your fingertips, draw the shoulders back, gaze forward, lengthen forward through the crown as you reach back through the left heel. You want to feel some work happening in that left leg, finding length, finding strength. Breathing here as you wake up and warm up the lower body. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, release wrists below shoulders. Try to keep the shoulders stacked over the wrists as you step back into plank. Pushing the floor away, draw the navel to the spine. As you exhale, drop your knees gently to the floor. Draw your chest forward and land your chest right between your thumbs, and then lower all the way down onto your abdomen. Point your toes, legs are straight. Press the tops of your feet and hips flat into the ground. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows into your ribs. And with an inhale, rise up to a baby cobra. Legs need to be strong, hips need to be pressing to protect the lower back. Exhale, gently release your chest back down to the floor. Tuck the toes under. With an inhale, press to your knees. Exhale, send your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Looking back between your feet, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Once again, take a stroll to the top of your mat. Bring your feet into a parallel position. And as you exhale, a bend in the knees, a squeeze to the belly. Let the spine, neck, and crown lower towards the ground. Press down firmly with your feet. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Big stretch up, palms coming together. Exhale, hands come down to the heart, standing tall, top of the mat. Good. We'll take that same thing nice and slow, moving first with the other leg. So standing up nice and tall, top of the mat. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, belly firms, crown of the head lowers, fingertips release. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, half lift, glancing forward. Exhale, bring your fingertips down to the floor. Keep your left foot forward. Step your right foot back into a lunge. So again, setting up here, a big enough stance so you can be on the balls of the back toes and the back leg can be straight and the front knee can be stacked over the ankle. Tent up your fingertips, reach through the right heel and glance forward so you're lengthening your spine. So you're increasing the distance between heel and crown of the head, finding length, finding strength in the body. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, wrists below shoulders. Try to keep the shoulders stacked over the wrists. Step back into plank. Inhale, push the floor away, draw the navel to the spine. Exhale, lower the knees down to the floor. Bring your chest forward and land it between your thumbs. Point your toes. Press the tops of your feet and hips flat. Shoulders roll back, elbows pull in. Inhale,
lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Good. Tuck the toes under. With an inhale, press to your knees. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Take a stroll to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, firm the abdomen. Knees might not be bent, or they might be bent a lot, your choice. Press down with your feet, rise up. Inhale, big circle of the arms to the sky, palms coming together. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit and create that moving meditation, that flow, connecting movement and breath together. So standing tall, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold, crown of the head coming down. Hands to shins, inhale. Fingertips to the floor, exhale, step your left foot back to lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale, wrists below shoulders, step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs, come all the way to the belly, point your toes, plant your hips, shoulders back. Inhale, lift to cobra. This time right away, tuck the toes under, push into the palms, navel to spine. Exhale, send the hips up and back, down dog. Lift the heels, inhale. Bend the knees, look forward, exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise, inhale, arms to the sky. We fold forward right away. Exhale, hinge, bend knees as needed, crown comes down. Hands to shins, half lift. Inhale, glance forward. As you exhale, fingertips to the floor, right foot steps back to lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale, wrists below shoulders, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees drop down, chest forward to thumbs, lower all the way to the ground. Point your toes, flatten out your hips. Inhale, cobra, shoulders back, chest lifting. Tuck the toes under, pull the navel to the spine, send your hips up and back, down dog. Good, lift the heels, inhale. Bend the knees, look forward, exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, this time palms together, hands to heart. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Good. Take a couple of breaths here, standing tall at the top of your mat in Tadasana mountain pose. Body probably getting a little bit warmer. If you started to lose control of your breath a little bit as we added in that flowing movement, just take a moment here to smooth it out and slow it down. We're going to start to build on that flow a little bit and add in a little bit more muscular challenges and balancing to the positions. So standing tall at the top of your mat, we start the same way. Inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Make sure to squeeze the navel to the spine, protect the lower back as you come into your forward fold. Hands to shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, left foot steps back to lunge. So right foot is forward, left foot is back, and we're gonna hold here. Make sure your feet are separated, hips distance apart. The right knee is stacked over the ankle. You're on the balls of the back toes. Give that back leg a good squeeze. We're gonna take this up into crescent. If crescent is not working for you, you can always keep your hands on the ground. If you need some extra stability, a chair or a wall nearby might be helpful. So as you're ready, inhale and rise to crescent. So the crown is reaching to the sky. If this is too much on your shoulders, your hands can always come down to your heart, your choice. Knee is stacked over the ankle, big toe is visible. You're on the balls of the back toes, back heel is pressing. Give the left glute a little squeeze. Give the belly a little squeeze. And if the arms are reaching, make sure that the bottom ribs aren't popping forward. Keep them lightly pulled into your body. Now find one point of focus out in front of you. This is the drishti point, the focal point. It really helps in all yoga postures, but especially balancing poses, to find that gaze position for your eyes. Excellent. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward, bring your hands down to the ground underneath the shoulders. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower to the knees. Bring your chest to your thumbs. Come all the way down. We're going to spend a little bit of extra time here on the belly. Pressing the hips and toes flat into the floor, shrug the shoulders back.
Inhale, little baby cobra. We're going to hold this one. Now you can always come back down. Otherwise, make sure that your glutes are flattening, your toes are reaching, and if possible, shrug the shoulders back a little bit more and lift your hands off the ground. Find a little balance in this position. So you're going to notice your upper back muscles need to do a little bit more work. Hopefully your legs are long and strong and the glutes are working. If you start to feel it in your lower back, please back off or come out of the pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands, forehead, come down. Tuck the toes under, come to your knees. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, pick up the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Make sure to firm the abdomen and have the knees bent as needed. Root down through your feet, rise up, inhale, hands together, hands to heart. Exhale, top of the mat, Tadasana. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll do that on the other side, standing up nice and tall. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Release the crown. Hands to shins, half lift. Inhale, glance forward. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot back into a lunge. Take a moment here to set up. Knee is over the ankle, you're on the balls of the back toes, and make sure your feet are separated hips distance apart. This will really help with stability once we rise up to crescent. Remember, you have the option to simply stay here. Otherwise, start to firm the lower body, and as you're ready, inhale, rise to crescent, facing forward, top of the mat. Make sure the left kneecap and toes are pointing forward, big toe is visible. You're on the balls of the back toes, heel is towards the ceiling. Give that back leg a good strong squeeze. Make sure the glute is working and the belly is engaged. Remember, you have the option to have hands at heart if it's too much on the shoulders to take your arms to the sky. If your arms are lifted, make sure that the ribs aren't thrusting forward. Keep them pulled naturally into your body. Find your drishti, your focal point, and breathe. Excellent. Take a big inhale. Exhale, fold, hands to the ground. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs, come to your belly. Once again, we're hanging out here for a little extra. Toes are pointed, hips are pressing, glutes turned on. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, come into a cobra. Optional, lift up the hands, squeeze the shoulders back. Now, for a little extra challenge, we're gonna add just a little bit of head movement. So when we move the head around, it makes things a little bit more interesting for the body. You do not have to do this. Legs are long and strong, hips are pressing. Inhale, exhale, slowly turn your head to the right. Make sure the shoulders are pulling back and down enough so the neck has full range of motion. Come back to center, inhale. As you exhale, look to the left. Again, shoulders back and down to give the neck free range. Come back to center, inhale. Hands to the floor, head to the floor. Exhale, tuck the toes under, come to your knees, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good, pick up the heels, inhale. Bend the knees, look forward, exhale. Step to your hands, inhale. Fold, firming the abdomen, exhale. Rooting through the feet, rise up, inhale, palms together, hands to heart. Exhale, top of the mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're gonna go through that one more time, adding in another pose. We'll take a little break and then we'll get into a little bit more work. Standing up tall, inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, hinging from the hips. Hands to shins, half lift, inhale. Fingertips to the floor, exhale, left foot steps back to lunge. On the balls of the toes, feet hips distance apart, right knee over ankle, ready to rise, crescent. Inhale, rise to crescent. Here comes the transition. As you exhale, pivot on the ball of the left foot, drop the left heel flat, and open your hips and chest to the long edge of your mat. Arms are shoulder height, right knee is still bent, knees and toes pointing forward, left leg is straight, left heel is pressing down. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. The gaze here is the right middle finger. As you look forward to the right middle finger and stretch it forward, be mindful and aware without looking of what's happening as you reach back through your left middle finger. Try to get even awareness through both arms.
Slow breath. Excellent. Moving into a brief reverse warrior. Left hand comes down left thigh, right palm flips to the sky, right knee stays bent. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Cartwheel your hands down to the floor. Exhale. Come onto the balls of the back toes. Plank. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the knees. Bring your chest to your thumbs. Come all the way down to your belly. Now from here, we're going to take a different variation of a back bend. You can always do cobra if you like it. If you'd like to try something else, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are out along the floor in front of you. So you already are naturally lifting up your chest here. Work of the legs is the same as cobra. Press the tops of the feet and hips flat. You really want to make sure that the lower body is strong. Without moving your hands, try to drag the heels of your hands back towards your elbows. Create a little bit of isometric action in the upper body. Pull the navel away from the earth. Pull your crown up to the sky and draw your heart forward as if it's trying to reach past your thumbs. It won't, but just imagine that's happening. At the same time, reach the toes in the opposite direction. So your toes are reaching back and your heart is reaching forward. Pull the belly in. This protects the lower back. Excellent. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lower your chest. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Inhale. Press to your knees. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. Lift the heels. Exhale. Bend the knees. Look forward. Step to your hands. Inhale, fold, exhale. Press down with your feet, rise up tall. Inhale, palms together, hands to heart. Exhale, we'll do that same thing on the other side. Standing tall, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold it forward. Hands to shins, half lift, inhale. Fingertips to the floor, exhale, step your right foot back to lunge. Make sure the left knee is over the ankle, you're on the balls of the back toes, ready to rise crescent. Inhale, rise to crescent. Here comes that transition. Exhale, pivot on the ball of the right foot, drop the back heel flat, open up your hips and chest to face the long edge of your mat, and make sure that your left kneecap and toes are pointing forward, the big toe is visible, the back leg is straight, the back heel is pressing. Arms are shoulder height, gaze is forward to left middle finger. Be mindful of what's happening in right middle finger. Stretch those 2 points apart. Expand the chest open. So we're opening up the hips, strengthening around the hips and the legs, also opening up the chest, but strengthening through the arms and shoulders. Breathe. Excellent. Keep your left knee bent. Right hand down, right thigh, left palm flips to the sky. Reverse. Inhale, stretch the left arm back behind you. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground, frame left foot. Come onto the balls of the right toes. You're back in that lunge. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees to the floor. Bring your chest to your thumbs, lower to the belly. We're coming back into Sphinx. Remember, if you prefer Cobra, you're welcome to take it. Elbows under shoulders. Hands out along the floor in front of you. Legs are long and strong. Press the tops of the feet, press the hips, feel the glutes turned on. Squeeze the navel to the spine without actually moving the hands. Drag the hands back. Pull your crown up. Retract the shoulders back. Free up your neck. If you want to test it, take a breath in. Exhale, turn to the right. Maybe even look back towards your right glute. Give it a little squeeze. Inhale, come through center. Stay tall, belly firm, legs long and strong. Exhale, maybe turn to the left. Look back to the left glute. Give it a little squeeze. Come back center, inhale. Exhale, melt the chest, slide the hands back under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, press to your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I promised you a break. We're gonna take one, take a breath in, and as you exhale, lower to your knees and find a child's pose. A child's pose is not a great place for you to take a break. You can have a seat, you can come onto your back. We're here for about 3 to 5 breaths. So find a place in your body where you can focus back on the breath, finding a slow, steady rhythm. And you can take note of what you feel in your body.
Things probably feeling a little bit warmer, maybe a little bit more mobile, a little bit stretched out, maybe a little bit stronger. So just take note of whatever it is you feel at this moment and continue to breathe. Nice, everybody. If you'd like to take more time in a break, you can take as much time as you want. When you're ready, we're going to meet back in that downward facing dog. So stretch your arms forward, hands are shoulder distance. Inhale, pick up your hips, tuck the toes under. Exhale, pull your hips up and back, adjust your feet as needed so they're parallel and hips distance apart. Gaze back between your feet, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Excellent. Pick up the heels, inhale. Bend the knees, look forward, exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, fold, exhale. Root down through your feet, rise tall. Inhale, palms together, hands to heart. Exhale. So at the beginning of class, we did a reclined tree. We're going to take the standing variation now. This is where sometimes a wall or a firm chair or something similar can be useful. So start in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet are parallel, together or a little bit apart, totally fine. Bring all of the weight into the left foot. Turn your right knee out and just start by balancing the heel on the inside of the standing leg. Bring your hands to your hips. So just like we did when we were lying on our back, see if you can feel the hips are level. You want to make sure that you don't have one hip hiked up and one down, one hip forward, one back. You want a nice, smooth, even line all the way around the pelvis. This is a great place to stay. If you'd like a little more challenge, bring the foot below the knee to the inner calf. This might be enough. If you'd like a little bit more, bring the foot above the knee to the inner thigh. It's just really important that you don't have the foot itself on the standing knee. That could put the knee out of joint and cause injury. Once again, you want to make sure that the hips are square. Holding a wall is a really good option here, or grabbing a hold of a chair. Otherwise, you can try bringing your hands to your heart. Find that dristi, that focal point. Pull the belly in, core of the body working to help with your balance. Focusing, breathing. If you'd like a little bit more challenge, you can extend your arms up to the sky, growing your branches in your tree. Breathe, slow and steady. Excellent. If you took your arms overhead, bring your hands back down to heart center. Wherever you're at, inhale, point the right knee forward. Exhale, return the right foot to the floor. Take a moment to make sure your feet are back into a parallel position. Adjust your stance as needed, and we'll take the other side. Keeping weight on the right foot, turn the left knee out. Hands to hips for feedback. So again, making sure everything is level and square. You can stay. You can bring the foot below. You can bring the foot above. Again, just making sure it's not on the standing knee itself. Oof, and if you pop out like I just did, just bring yourself right back into the position that feels right for your body. Make sure everything is level, belly is firm. You can hold on to something. You can bring your hands to your heart. Find your focal point. Smooth out your breath. So balance is a lot, of course, body, but it's a lot of what's happening in your mind. So the more one point of attention focus you can bring, in this case, the rhythm of your breath and the steadiness of your eyes, the balance in the body will become, perhaps over time, a little easier. If you want more challenge, you're welcome to extend your arms overhead. So steady the mind, steady the breath, the body will follow. Good. If you took your arms overhead, hands come back down to heart center. Wherever you're at, inhale, point the knee forward. Exhale, return it back to the earth. Top of the mat, standing tall, Tadasana. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to go back into our flow. Arms rise to the sky. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold it forward. Hands to shins, half lift, inhale. Fingertips to the floor, exhale, left foot steps back to lunge. Balls of left toes, feet hips distance apart, right knee bent, ready to rise crescent. Inhale, rise to crescent. Exhale, open warrior two. Make sure right kneecap and toes are pointing forward, back leg is straight, reverse your warrior, left hand down, right palm up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your fingertips down to frame your right foot. Come onto the balls of the left toes. hold. We're adding in a twist. If you prefer not to twist, you can stay here. Otherwise, keep your left hand on the floor. Take your right arm out to the side and reach it up to the sky, twisting to the right. Do your best to stay on the balls of the left toes with your left heel pointing straight to the ceiling. Stabilize the lower body and start to open up your upper body as you rotate. Make sure you're breathing. Excellent. Take a big inhale. Exhale, unwind. Wrists below shoulders, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs, come down to your belly. Once again, we're adding in a different version of back bending here. This time we're coming into locust position. If you prefer a cobra or just to hang out, awesome. If you're ready for locust, bring your arms along the floor behind you, palms facing down. Legs are close together, they can even touch. Pressing the feet and hips down into the floor, engage the glutes, squeeze navel to spine. And then as you inhale, lift both legs off the floor. If you want a little more, plant the palms, peel the shoulders away from the floor, and lift up the chest, eyes forward. Let the heart and toes reach in opposite directions. Firm the glutes, pull the navel to the spine, give your core lots of support. Shrug the shoulders back a little bit more. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your chest down. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck the toes under, press to your knees. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, pick up the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step to your hands. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Root through the feet, rise up. Inhale. Palms together, hands to heart. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Other side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Fingertips to the floor, exhale, right foot steps back to lunge. Left knee is bent over ankle on the balls of back toes, feet hips distance apart. Rise. Inhale, rise to crescent. We pivot open, warrior two. Exhale, drop the back heel, open up the hips, the chest, left kneecap, toes point forward, right hand down, left hand up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel, fingertips down to the floor, come onto balls of back toes, hold your lunge. Now again, you're welcome to stay right here. If you don't feel like twisting, but if you'd like to twist, right hand down, take your left arm up to the sky, twist it open to the left. Once again, stay on the balls of the back toes with that back heel pointing up to the ceiling. Stabilize the lower body and find mobilization in your twist in the upper body. Breathe. Excellent. Take a big inhale. Exhale, unwind. Stepping back to plank, inhale. Exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs, all the way down to the belly. Coming back into that locust position, this time with an optional extra shoulder opening. If it's too much on the shoulders, you can always have your hands back along your sides. So I'll start there. Hands back along the sides of the body, palms down. Legs close together, even touching. Tops of the feet and hips press down. Firm up the glutes, firm up the belly. Inhale, lift both legs straight up. Make sure they're not flying apart. Squeeze them close together. Peel the shoulders back away from the floor. Lift up your chest. Now you can stay here with your palms pressing, or if it's okay for your shoulders, reach back and interlace your fingers together. Shrug the shoulders back, and using the fists as a little bit of extra oomph, pull the fists back towards the toes. Press your heart forward. So again, now fists and toes are reaching back. Heart is extending forward. Leg muscles are working. Glutes are working. Belly is firming. Breathe. Nice, everybody. Take a breath in. Exhale, release everything to the floor. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, come to your knees. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Excellent. Pick up the heels. Inhale. Bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, fold, exhale. Press down with your feet. Inhale, rise, palms together, hands to heart. Exhale. Awesome, everybody. So from here, we're gonna take one more balancing position, and then we're gonna take it down to the ground, stretch and cool down a little bit. Remember, everything is optional. If you prefer to just stand tall in Tadasana and focus on your breathing, more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, from here, bring all of the weight into your right foot and start to bring your left knee up to your chest. Now, this is another great place to hold onto a wall, grab a chair, wherever side it's on. Good. So this is one-legged mountain. Flex the foot, pull toes up towards the knee. And if it feels okay, maybe take your arms up to the sky. Find that focal point for your body. Bring the weight into the left heel and breathe. I might be doing the opposite of you. Whatever your leg is lifting is fine. I lifted my right leg. I may have cued that for you and you're mirroring. It's fine. From here, we're gonna take a twist. So whatever leg is lifted is where you're gonna twist. This is optional. Take a breath in. As you exhale, twist towards your lifted leg and bring your arms out to the side, shoulder height. Shift your gaze to look out towards the wall of the lifted leg. Breathe. Awesome, everybody. Rise through center, inhale. Ooh, you can fall out and come back in. Exhale, hands to heart. Return your foot back down to the earth. Awesome, everybody. So I lifted my right leg. If you lifted your right leg and you were mirroring, or if you lifted your left leg, just do the opposite side, the second side. We'll all work out, just making sure that you stay balanced in your practice. So whatever leg you lifted, lift the opposite side now. So I'm lifting my left leg. You might be lifting your left leg or your right leg, but lift that opposite leg up. Find your focal point, pull the toes towards the kneecap. Make sure weight is to the standing, heel, crown is lifted, focus your eyes. You can stay, or maybe extend the arms up to the sky. Breathe. You can stay, or we're gonna take that open arm twist towards the lifted leg. So inhale, exhale, twist towards the lifted leg and bring your arms so they're shoulder height. Turn your gaze to look off towards the wall on the lifted side body and breathe. Excellent. Come back through center, inhale, try to control the release. Exhale, foot comes down to the floor, hands come back to heart center. Good, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll take a tiny little flow to get ourselves back down to child's pose. So last time, standing tall, top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward, crown of the head comes down. Hands to shins, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, right foot steps back. Left foot steps back to plank, inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, the tops of the feet. We're coming to child's pose. So sink the hips back to the heels. Knees can open wide, thighs can stay closer together. Really whatever's gonna feel best for your body. Lower your chest, your forehead down. You're welcome to bring a pillow underneath your forehead for extra comfort and support. And just take a couple of breaths here as you settle in to a relaxing position. Slowing down the breath, making it smooth, making it easy. And from here, begin to slowly walk your hands back towards your knees, gently rolling up through your spine. And then dropping your hips to one side, coming into a seat. We're coming into bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. So bringing the soles of the feet together, the knees apart. Adjust your hips towards your heels. And if you can, light grip of your feet with your hands. Sit up nice and tall, extend your crown, relax the shoulders down. And just take a few breaths here as you open up the inner thighs and open up the hips. The knees might be touching the floor. The knees might be hovering off the floor like mine are. Your knees might be way up high. It doesn't matter. You bring yourself to your edge and take a couple of slow, deep breaths here. Finding some symmetry and balance in your body. If you'd like to fold forward, feel free to do so. Try to move with a flat back. Inhale, heart lift, squeeze the belly.
exhale, heart leads. So make sure that the shoulders aren't hunching and rounding. You want to keep the sides of the neck nice and long, but then tuck the chin a little bit so the back of the neck is soft. Come again to your edge. Breathe right at that edge. Slow down the breath. Maybe even make the exhales slightly longer than the inhales. This helps to cue the nervous system that it's time to relax, that you're feeling calm. And with that sense of quiet nervous system, tension and gripping that might not be really needed in the body might start to let go. Shoulders away from ears. Good. If you folded forward, inhale, rise. Everyone, hands to outer knees. Exhale, draw the knees back in. Wrap your arms around your shins. Squeeze the navel to the spine, tuck the chin down, and give yourself a nice sitting hug, rounding out the back. Make sure the sides of the neck are relaxed. So again, shoulders not hiked up by ears. Squeeze and breathe. Good. Then inhale, pick up your head. Exhale, release the grip. We're coming down onto the back. We're going to do some twisting on the back with bent knees. So keeping your feet on the floor, knees bent, just make your way down onto your back. Nice and gentle, nice and easy. Once on your back, take your arms out to the side, shoulder height like a T. If you don't have quite enough space around you, you can modify that into some goalposts or cactus arms. We're going to be taking the knees to the right, but before you do that, press your feet into the floor and move your hips a little to the left. So swing your hips just off a little bit to the left. Then inhale, bring your knees up to your chest, and on the exhale, drop your knees to the right. So the hips move a little bit in the opposite direction that the knees are going. This helps to create a little bit of a softer stretch for the lower back muscles. We don't want a big stretch here. We want to keep this very soft, very easy. Again, letting the nervous system know that it's time to just relax and to quiet down. So sensations in the body, but sensations are quiet. Nothing big, nothing extreme. Just gentle, gentle feelings of stretch and ease in the body. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more breaths here. Again, smoothing out and slowing down. And as you're ready, with an inhale, bringing the knees back up. Exhale, place your feet to the floor. Now we need to off-center the hips a little to the right. So pressing your feet into the floor, lift and swing your hips just a hair off-center to the right. Good. Inhale, bring your knees up to your chest. And as you exhale, just let your knees drop softly over to the left. Again, looking for a very gentle stretch along the abdomen and the back muscles, nothing extreme. The right shoulder stays close to or touching the floor, but again, nothing extreme. So creating softness, creating ease through the body. Breathing slow, steady breaths. As you're ready, inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, place the feet on the floor, and make sure you center your hips back to neutral. Bring your right knee into your chest, grab the shin, hug it in. So very similar to what we did at the beginning of class, you can keep your left knee bent, foot on the floor, but maybe extending the left leg out along the floor in front of you feels okay. Hug the right thigh into your body and do those same ankle circles that you did at the beginning of class. Notice if there's any change, any ease of movement through the joints and the muscles of your body. Make sure the spine is long, the back feels supported, head is resting. Good. Then bring your foot to stillness. Keep your right knee at your chest. Bring your left knee in to meet it. Hold the left shin. Hug it in. Release the right foot either to the floor with knee bent, or if it's available, stretch the right leg out along the floor in front of you. Hug the left thigh into the body. Feel how it connects your back to the earth.
Roll the left ankle. How does it feel as you circle it out? Reverse. Good. Bring it to center. Keep the left knee at the chest. Bring the right knee in to meet it. Wrap the arms around the shins. Hug the thighs in. Maybe rock a little side to side. Notice, how does your back feel now as contact with the earth here? After you've moved in all of its available directions, you've done flexion, you've done extension, you've done rotation, you've done side bending lateral stretches, you've done little axial extension, just basically increasing the distance from tail to crown, mobilizing. One more rock side to side. Bring yourself back to center. If you have any neck issues, please keep your head on the floor, but if it's okay, take it in. And as you exhale, curl chin to chest, forehead towards knees, drop shoulders from ears, and squeeze into a tight, tight, tight little ball. Inhale, squeeze it. Release on the exhale, head to the floor, feet to the floor. It is time to relax. If you know your body needs extra support, keep your knees not there and take the feet a little wider, helping to support your lower back. However, if you'd like to, stretch your legs out long, let the legs and feet drop into a natural position. That's a great place to be. Arms along the sides of the body, palms face up. Adjust the upper back and shoulders so they're flat to the floor. The chest is open. Make any little last adjustments that you need to in your body, and then bring yourself to stillness. If possible, close your eyes. And now release your breath. Allow it to simply flow effortlessly. Each effortless exhale, relaxing your body deeper and deeper down into the ground. Each effortless exhale, quieting your mind, allowing it to become still and peaceful. So probably the most important part of the class right here in deep relaxation, Shavasana pose. All you need to do is be and breathe and enjoy the stillness. There'll be a few moments of silence, and then my voice will guide you out. If you can stay a little bit longer in your relaxation, I encourage you to do so. Take this time to just simply enjoy being and breathing. If you can stay a little longer, stay as you are, as long as you can. But if you are ready, begin to bring your attention back to your breath. Start to deepen the breath and pull some calm energy back in. And when you are ready, slowly roll onto your right side. Give yourself a few breaths here for transition. And then very gently begin to make your way back up into a sitting position. Find a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Ground the tail, extend the crown, relax the shoulders. We'll finish with one big circle of the arms. So with an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, palms coming together. Exhale as your hands come down to your heart. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.